Newsday solar headlines. Salvage operations for the grounded USS Guardian is seen to affect diving season at the Tubataha Reef. The COMELEC amends its campaign rules after reviewing requests from broadcast networks. The DPWHI starting the EDSA rehabilitation project after the midterm polls. And celebrities join the fight for gun control in the U.S. You're watching Solar Newsday. Coast Guard Commandant Rear Admiral Rodolfo Aisorena says the actual dismantling of the USS Guardian may begin either this Sunday or on Monday. This was after the Tubataha Protected Area Management Board gave its go signal on the U.S. Navy's proposed salvage plan. The salvage operation, however, still depends on sea conditions since the crane ship hired to help in dismantling the grounded vessel has yet to take its position in the area. Prior to approving the plan, the Tubataha board set a number of conditions, including extensive assessments before and after the vessel has been completely extricated. The salvage operation may last until April. Salvage operations for the grounded USS Guardian is expected to affect diving season at the Tubataha Reef. The Tubataha board says at least 2 diving sites will be closed during the salvage operations. David Santos is reporting to us live from Palawan to give us the details. David?
Well, based on initial estimates, the operations to retrieve the USS Guardian from the Tubataha Reef may drag on until summer. This can only mean one thing. The schedule of the salvage operations will encroach into the period of the annual recreational diving season in the National Marine Park, which is set to start this March. The Tubataha Management Office has announced that diving activities in the reef, most of which have been scheduled a year ago, will all push through, even if salvage teams will be within the marine protected area to dismantle the USS Guardian. The diving season in the Tubataha Reef, a world favorite for having a UNESCO Heritage Site badge, usually is within the months of March to May, when the sea conditions in the area are more calm and conducive for diving. The Tubataha Reef is divided into the North and South Atoll and is dotted with 15 diving sites. A diving activity which normally costs 65 to 80,000 pesos per package would involve 4 to 5 days of diving sessions into these different sites. According to Angelique Songko of the Tubataha Management Office, at least 2 diving sites which are near where the USS Guardian ran aground last January 17 will have to be closed to give way for the salvage operations. The Philippine Coast Guard has assured that salvage teams will take steps to ensure it will not disturb the diving activities in Tubataha, but also has expressed concern that some recreational divers themselves will try to come closer to the scene of the operation out of curiosity. Security agencies which will provide protection for the salvage teams are likely to set up cordon to keep curious divers at bay. The Palawan Tourism Office said that none so far of those who have made reservations to dive in the Tubataha this season have backed out. More than 1,500 people availed of the services during last year's diving season in Tubataha. Almost 90% of this number were foreign tourists. Despite the destruction brought about by the grounding of the U.S. minesweeper, the local government here in Palawan remains optimistic that the incident will not have a severe impact on the province's tourism industry. Mai?
The COMELEC on-bank amended its campaign rules after some broadcast networks appealed for its reconsideration. Candidates may now be required to submit affidavits indicating that their slots for TV political ads do not exceed the authorized limit. Media networks, meantime, no longer need to ask the COMELEC's permission before guesting candidates. They'll just be required to submit a 24-hour notice prior to the first broadcast. In case of complaints, candidates may invoke their right to reply by submitting their complaint to the regional election director within 48 hours from the first broadcast. President Aquino again endorsed Liberal Party candidates in a visit to Cavite today. He also advised Caviteños against candidates pretending to be allied with the administration. Ina Andolong joins us on the line from Imus, Cavite to tell us more. Ina?
That's right, my President Aquino warned Caviteños against candidates pretending to be allies of the administration to get their votes. The President gave this reminder at the Allies sa Mamamayan event organized by local LP officials and its candidates for the upcoming elections. The President said there are people who pretend to be supportive of the administration, ride on their advocacies, and even wear LP signature color yellow. LP has criticized its rival, the United Nationalist Alliance, for being an apparent opposition that expresses support for the President. The President also took a swipe at a popular Caviteño said to be Lacas's standard bearer for 2016, Senator Bong Revilla. In jest and stirring laughter from the crowd, the President said the public shouldn't be fooled by Agimat, which happens to be one of the characters played by the senator actor. Similar to what he's been saying in his recent speeches, Mai, he said the public should learn to pick their candidates well to help sustain the reforms implemented in the past 2.5 years, including infrastructure projects for Cavite. Senator Ping Lacson was at the event to show support for his son Jay, who is running for vice governor with 1st District Representative Ayong Maliksi as his partner running for governor. The President in his speech also mentioned twice Senator Lacson, saying he's just waiting for him to end his term so that he can be part of the executive branch of government. This is the President's second visit to Cavite since September, Mai, when he attended the proclamation of LP's local candidates for the province. The party's local bets are already gearing up for the campaign by presenting earlier today the projects they have lined up for the province if they are elected. Cavite has about 1.6 million registered voters and is considered a free zone for the administration party, primarily because of the Nacionalista Party's candidates in the province's local polls. While LP and NP are working together on the senatorial ticket, the two parties are going head-to-head in some local positions in the province, like the top posts of governor and vice governor. Mai?
Thank you, Ina. That was Ina Andolong on the line from Imus, Cavite. President Aquino ordered the postponement of the EDSA rehabilitation plan, saying it needs further review. The initial phase of the 3.7 billion peso project was originally scheduled to begin in May, but the DPWH is now eyeing its implementation after the elections. The President wants the Public Works and Highways Department and the MMDA to come up with a comprehensive study on the project's possible economic impact and to map out a traffic plan for motorists during the rehab period. The DPWH has 30 days to submit a more detailed plan to the President. DPWH Secretary Rogelio Singson led the groundbreaking ceremony at the NLEX Harbor Link, a project which aims to decongest traffic in Metro Manila by providing alternate routes for shorter travel time. Let's get that story from Katrina Domingo, who's reporting on the line from Valenzuela. Go ahead, Katrina.
Mai, a highway that connects the Camanava port areas with North and Central Luzon and the rest of Metro Manila is underway as the Manila North Tollways Corporation breaks ground the NLEX Harbor Link. The NLEX Harbor Link is a 10 billion peso project that aims to decongest traffic in the metro by providing alternate routes as well as improving the travel time. The construction of this project will start this year. One of the segments of the Harbor Link will stretch from the Smart Connect interchange in Valenzuela to MacArthur Highway, also in Valenzuela. This is a 2.42-kilometer segment which will be constructed in 12 months and is expected to cater to 27,000 vehicles daily by 2014. Meantime, the second segment will stretch from MacArthur Highway in Valenzuela to C3 in Caloocan City. This time, this is a 5.65-kilometer road, and it is also expected to open in 2014. Once completed, the NLEX Harbor Link is expected to boost trade and commerce between provinces and Metro Manila. Mai?
Thank you, Kat. Katrina Domingo there on the line from Valenzuela.